you been, man? What's been going on?
Mate, I moved. We did the move.
Well, yeah, how's the move been?
We did the move.
I've got to say as well for the listeners, when I heard that Zach was moving, I shit my pants and was like, oh my God, the podcast is done.
Oh yeah, shit, because it would have been after the last podcast.
It was, and I
told
sort of shouted you and I was like, hey man, like, what's going on? Like,
yeah. Because you were like,
going
do you
well.
want to have like a catch up tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, we can have a phone call. That's all good.
Yeah.
Usually we leave it to the podcast so we have stuff to catch up on.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh mate, no, I'm definitely still involved in the podcast. I'll be here like 1 or 2 days a week in London, still working in the office that I'm working in now.
Yeah.
So no, 100%. Like definitely keep on doing this.
But how's that been? How's that?
Mate, well, we were just in London and a 1-bed apartment for like 1,800 quid a month.
Yeah.
Like plus the storage that we're paying for because we couldn't have everything in our flat.
Small,
plus like paying for parking.
Right.
Plus everything else of just living with London.
Yeah.
And I was working constantly, playing gigs just to keep our head above water.
Yeah.
And we're like, what's the point if we can't enjoy like ourselves being a family, right? And me watching Kai grow up and me being there to be with Tanya and like just have some family time.
100%.
So we were taking a look for like 6 months around where we want to move, like outside of London, if we want to move on the outskirts, if we want to move just in the same area to try and make everything work. And my work have been like proper supportive. Amazing. And they've let me work from remote. So we moved to Shrewsbury, where my family are from.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, just to get some support from the family as well, man. Like it's so hard. Like raising a kid, it's just really hard. And to just get a little bit of breathing room, and I know that I'm at work or at a gig and Tanya's got support from someone, and just having that family around and those wholesome, beautiful moments, I think it's been an awesome time since we've been there. It's been great, and I've been able to spend a lot of time with my little one, which is exactly what I wanted. So
are you feeling more relaxed generally? Do you feel like a bit less stressed and just
a bit less stressed? Yeah, 100%. I
imagine the traveling's a little bit draining, maybe, or
I don't mind it. Yeah,
sick.
So like I've been driving just because it's cheaper than getting the train with an EV anyway.
Yeah,
and some audiobooks, baby.
Yeah.
Some audiobooks, some time for myself.
Me time, yeah.
And then I listen to podcasts. And do you ever do this in the car where you listen to a podcast or like, I don't know, some question and answer YouTube thing. Yeah. And then you pause it and answer as if you were famous. You're like, oh, great question.
Yeah. I haven't ever
Obama.
done that.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on. So it's
you should do that with our podcast. When you ask the questions, pause it, and then be like, oh, great question, Zach. I do find social media quite hard.
Just me and Zach. But no, mate, it's been good. And obviously I feel like we're in the honeymoon period now, but I've got all the guitars on the side.
Right, this was it as well. I think when you've spoken about it,
I've got my own like studio office space. I've picked up the guitar more than I've ever picked up like in the last couple of years because I didn't have a place. You know what I mean? Because Kai would be in bed, bless him, or Tanya would just be, living her life in the flat that we're living in together, and it's just I've got a little Zach den now.
So there's like a separate room that's just for
it's just office. Just office and studio.
Yeah, nice.
Which has been awesome, man. But how are you?
I'm good, thank you, man.
Really good to see you, man.
Yeah, and you, mate. And you, always.
And music, hit me.
Yeah, a couple. I had to look at the calendar because it's been so long. You know how it is. Like months and weeks blend into each other.
You've been planning for a tour.
Nah.
Shit. We'll come back.
Good guess, though. Good guess.
Like, I'm going to go in.
Yeah, you went for it. No, it's, the album is still the main thing, but that's kind of progressed nicely over, a lot's changed in the last couple of months. Just yesterday I sent the final mixes off the mastering.
Whoa.
Finally in inverted commas, because I always end up tweaking things, but that was a big moment.
Mate, that's very cool.
Yeah, very exciting, and that kind of took all day, but it was a nice kind of feeling and
of
a nice
course.
step to take.
To tie it all off in a bow and be like, well, not in a bow, in a package and then the bow.
Exactly. So that's been good. I've employed a creative director as well to help with the visuals because I had a little bit of I got some funding last year for a tour and actually had some left over.
So this is literally what I was going to ask is like if like you've done the album cover and you thought about it. So perfect.
Well, this guy came on board, Mano. He's been amazing and he's massive on album artwork, which is kind of the missing piece for me. I had some ideas for videos and all this kind of stuff, but I didn't really have an idea for the artwork, and he loves it. So he's had loads of ideas on that front. We actually did a photo / video shoot on Friday in this amazing kind of house that looks like it's not been touched since like the 1950s. Like it's all old school stuff. It's got like an empty swimming pool in there, all this mad stuff. So we were there on Friday, and that was like a proper, you know, like you have certain days where like I said at the time, I was like, I feel like this is one of those days where I really feel like an artist, you know? Because I feel like a lot of the time, and they were like, oh, you're an artist. It's like, yeah, like I know I am, but like most of the time I'm just in my flat, you know, making beats or mixing. Whereas this was a day where like Mano was there, and I had my friend Joel sort of tour managing with the logistics, and there was a stylist.
Man. And a stylist always makes you feel like an artist.
Exactly. Yeah, the clothes, getting some lovely garms on, and just like, and just like taking a bunch of pictures and videos, and in this really cool space in some really cool clothes, and
that
was a fun day. So it's all coming together, man.
I can't wait to hear it, man. It's gonna be wicked.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about the media side of it, and there's some really cool stuff like in the music world at the minute. Yeah. And there's this one girl that I follow, Sophia or something, and I don't know, she's just breaking all the like standard stereotypes, and it's just really cool to see some exciting kind of weird artwork and kind of art direction out there for creativeness, which is kind of cool to see.
Definitely, man. I think that's I think that's a massive part of it. I think so many people are obviously, as we always talk about, releasing stuff and therefore promoting so much stuff, and so much of the algorithm is just like these videos, and it's really like so much depends on what people see, because, you know, when you get the sort of breakdowns from Instagram reels and stuff, so many people just click off after like 3, 4, 5 seconds. So you've got to get them straight away. Get them in. And you can't, I don't know, like
cuts like every single half a second or less.
And just like the straight away, the initial visual is like, okay, damn, what is this? You know what I mean?
And then a slow zoom in. Out, and then a little bit pan left.
Exactly. It's got to be something out of the box. So
have you ever thought about using AI? We haven't really touched of AI in the creative sphere and music yet, to be fair. But it's something I've been thinking a lot about like this last month.
Yeah.
And
for your next album.
Zach
said type beats.
20 released in one day. I was just kind of thinking about it because I was like, it's going to become a lot more apparent in everyone's music, like regardless of who you are, because it's just like Logic Pro already has sections on it that kind of use AI to manipulate like sound waves and stuff, right? Yeah. So it's like, how far do we go without saying that this isn't human, this isn't music anymore, and this is just random like Spotify, like those random AI artists on Spotify that are just like lo-fi hip hop stuff. But like we want actual people making it and make sure that artists and actual artists get paid. But surely quantizing came out one time and they were like, no, that's not real music.
Good point. Yeah, that's too robotic. And people have used that and manipulated it and made
exactly.
It cool.
So, or like MIDI.
Yeah.
Like that must have came out after analog, and people were like, no, that's not real music. You're not getting the right like wave of blah, blah.
True.
And then
it's a good comparison.
Now it's like, oh yeah, like a digital snare is really, really cool.
Yeah. No, yeah, 100%. You're right. I hadn't really compared it like that. I think for me as well, where it gets a bit like tricky is where like, so I saw an email from Absolute, my distribution company, this week saying that like about Tidal, and saying that they've updated their thing, or they're going to, and they're going to start labeling stuff as AI, you know, artists, songs, which is great.
Yeah, that's good. That's like including AI.
Yeah. Because like, I'm not going to lie, I've been got by it. There's this banging tune by Joy Rhodes, I think her name was, and I put it on my Instagram, like I put it on a carousel and all this stuff. I actually love the song, but like, since that I've deleted off the playlist, because I basically was like trying to find out some more about the artist, and they've got an Instagram and stuff as well. And then I went on the thing, and all the comments were just like, this is about this bot, and I was like, what? And then the whole thing's just been,
and it's only going to get better.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're not going to know.
Convincing.
That's the thing with AI, is that it's, and we'll get off the topic because I know we've got a lovely guest coming on shortly. But it's something I really, really wanted to talk about, and I've been thinking a lot in my long drives. Is that like AI? The whole point of AI is it's just trained on everything that the human race knows, like all of our history and everything we expect. It's this box where we've put an input and we tell it, hey, we expect this output every single time. Then run it again and again and again until it gets it 99.9% of the time, right? So. But when D'Angelo was pushing the hi-hat back, and Questlove was like, no, that's too late. I wasn't taught that. And it's, oh no, but it feels good. It feels weird. Like AI can't do that because it goes, well, no one's ever done this before, so that's not what they expect. So that's why I'm not too scared around what AI will produce in art and like laborers and all that kind of stuff. Because like when a woodworker creates a beautiful table, but like it's not the same every single time, and that's why people spend a lot of money on it because it's unique to them. And that's why IKEA is cheaper, right? It's because it's not unique. It's the same it's copy and paste. So that's why I'm not too afraid of it in the arts, and that's why I'm not pushing for it in like music, but I'm just interested to see where it would be, and I'm open to it.
Yeah, definitely. I think where it gets interesting is where do you at what point does something get labeled AI? Like, let's say like it's a singer, but the whole track, I think it's called Suno. Or
Suno.
You can literally type in prompts and it'll give you a whole beat. But then let's say the melody and let's say you did that and sang on it, would that be labeled as AI? Or would it say it's like partly AI? Because that kind of discredits your
and then
vocal on your top line. Do you know what I mean? So that's where I think it gets a bit muddy.
And then when you use like it's completely gone from my brain. The vocal metronome. What is it?
Vocoder?
No, T-Pain.
Oh yeah, auto-tune.
I work in music.
You got a dad brain. You got dad brain.
Like auto-tune people didn't like, and then Kanye released like, what was it, Runaway or something like that, and then it was like, oh, this is cool, and then it's on every single track. So when does that I know it's kind of different to AI, but
no, you're right to compare it though. It's a new technological thing that's come in, and people have been really averse to it. And
people still say, I want to get to this bit, like that's where I want the voice to be in. But sometimes it accidentally puts it somewhere else, and you're like, oh, that's cool, but I decide to keep it in. So is it that I get AI to do a vocal layer for me, and I like it, so I decide to keep it in? So then it's human for me to keep it in, but then they've done the whole vocal line. And all right, Lily Moore.
Nice. Yeah, I was about to say I've got nothing at this point. I don't know was all I had to say.
We will. I don't know.
That's all I got. But yes, very excited for the next guest. I was thinking as well. It's been, what's been cool is we've had this is 3 kind of firsts in a row. So like 2 episodes ago was Dan, and he was like the most famous. In terms of followers, and he actually said he was famous, which was class. Then we had Emily, who's the most streamed.
Oh yeah,
so we obviously got into all that stuff, which was a really good chat. And now we've got someone who, for the first time, has kind of wanting to be on the pod, which is cool. And it's the first one, like I said, who's not just one of our mates.
Yeah, we had like an agency contact.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Are we
famous?
I think we are.
I would say so.
I would say Lily Moore. Let's go. Stole your line.
Also before, on the AI topic, I'm actually really interested about this. So like, message us on Instagram. You've got the
AIFY
podcast. You've got my handle, Zach Said Music. You got Edbler. Message us. It'll be interesting to know what you think. If you've got any AI artists or partly AI artists that you are listening to at the minute that really kind of spark something in you, or you're really connected to, let's have that combo.
Yeah, actually, you've also reminded me a quick little sort of self promotion, self big up. We recently hit 750 downloads, which is cool. So thank you guys for listening.
Thank you very much, guys. We appreciate it. Well, we always wanted, we didn't always, but over the last couple of years when we've been talking about this podcast, and it's nice to create an audience of like-minded people, but we want to hear what you think. So give us a message. Get in touch.
Lily Moore.
Lily Moore.
Hi guys.
Welcome.
Thank you.
We were just saying beforehand, this is our 14th, 13th episode.
12th.
This is our, close. If I went one more
I'm
down.
on the number side.
This is
on the presenting side.
This is our 12th episode. And usually we had like friends and stuff on.
Yeah.
But this is the first time that we're making a new friend on the podcast. So thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Lily Moore is your name. Is that your name or your artist name?
It's my artist name because my name's quite long.
Then we won't go for your government name.
We won't go for my government name. Can have my my password.
But
it's a good artist name because it's short.
Yeah.
You
Lily
know,
Moore.
You don't
Boom,
want more
done.
than 3 or 4 syllables.
you don't. You
No.
really don't.
Has it been Lily Moore since you kind of started being creative at a younger age, or did you go through like different artist names, different vibes?
I think I definitely had different vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I did call myself Lil for a bit. I thought that was really iconic.
Lilf.
Lil. Lil would be amazing.
Yeah.
I
Lil.
was like, wow, that's great.
I was
Yeah.
Lil.
Yeah, a
that's
Lil.
what-
You
that's
know,
what
I'm
they
a
knew
Lil.
me as. I wouldn't respond to anything else.
Yeah.
My mum would be like, come for dinner. I'd be like, use my real name, please.
So Lil.
Lil. I just
Yeah.
was like, everyone cool. And then I was like, that's really mental to be like 17, emerging into the music industry and just being like, yeah, 1 syllable. That's all
Yeah.
you're getting.
It's a cool name, though.
Do you think?
that.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll go back for her. And then so then I was just thought, no, Lily Moore's short. And my mum, I've got my mum's name as well. So I've got a hyphenated name, which the reason why I went with Lily Moore is because everyone thinks you're a prick if you've got a hyphenated name. So I was like, let's just be Lily Moore. And
And was that when you were like 20, early 20s? So you went from Lil to
Lily Moore when I was about 18, I think, when I was just graduating from being busker, playing pubs in Brighton, anywhere I
so
could,
that's where it started then.
to sort of
wicked.
dipping my toe in the big boy music
Woo!
that we love.
So you started like from like 16 or so, kind of like,
Yeah.
busking and pub gigs, doing covers, that kind of vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how you got discovered?
It was. I think I was about
I love that.
I was 14 was the first time I did a proper gig, and I was kind of always singing and always, you know, making some sort of song,
Nice.
even if it was crap.
Yeah.
And then 14, I remember my mum was getting me to do some ironing. She was going to give me a £5 or 10 or whatever it was, and I was going to spend it straight on cider or whatever I wanted that night, probably.
Yeah. Whatever Lil fancy.
Whatever Lil fancied, with dark fruit and a crisp, it would have been great. and then I forgot to turn the iron on, and so I spent fucking ages. Can I swear? Sorry.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Bad.
Pret,
Yeah.
fuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's go. And then, I didn't turn the iron on. And my mum said, well, I'm not going to give you the money because you didn't turn the iron on. And I said, well, that's not fucking fair.
Yeah. This one you're itching for
Yeah.
cider.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Lilf needs her cider.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'm going to go out and earn more money busking. I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
And so I went down, there's a road in Hove called George Street.
Hove.
It's a beautiful road. Have you been to George Street?
Probably.
Don't go. It's horrid. It's bad.
Is it the high street? That's kind of only.
It's like off the high, you know,
okay.
like Church Road, which goes into Western Road, which goes on weirdly forever.
Yeah, kind of.
There's a little road called George Street, and it's
Yeah.
got like 2 Weatherspoons.
Oh.
And
And you were like, that's where I want to play.
yeah, I was like, this is it.
My clientele right there.
Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
amazing because you watch people get banned from one Weatherspoons and they go to
Try
the
the
other,
other one, yeah.
and then they get barred from that and they have
Yeah.
to go. It's quite something if you're
You
bored.
play
Yeah.
Wonderwall.
Do you know what I mean? Because everyone's so smashed. It's great. 'Cause
Yeah.
You can just repeat the same song.
And people are a bit more generous when they've
So
had a
generous.
few. Yeah.
So that was a great start to my. I suppose everything was up from there in hindsight.
Yeah.
But I really did. I just went down there with my guitar. I knew like 4 songs, and I just went and sat there, and I did earn more money than my mum would have paid me, and that was honestly the start of me actually doing it.
There you
That's
go.
really fucking cool.
What a great story.
So I'm happy I didn't plug the iron in, and that my mum was stingy.
Yeah. Lord knows where we've been now.
I dropped my wedding ring.
Oh no!
Oh, buddy.
Play with it all the time. It's bad. It's bad. I know. Sorry, wife.
No.
Sorry, wife. I was like, I could just leave it on the floor the rest of the rest of the
it's not
podcast.
right.
But then
No.
if
It's
not
someone,
right, dude.
then it's bad. It's bad.
Nah, it's bad to you.
And now I got to bring it back. It's a
Yeah.
really it's a cool story. Because I started the same way as well. So I was doing like a lot of pub gigs around like Shrewsbury, Birmingham area, and then I was at Middlesbrough University, and I was just addicted to it. I couldn't. I said yes to everything. I just wanted to play. I just wanted to get out there and be in front of people and just like, I don't know, just experience playing songs.
Yeah.
Was it the same kind of thing for you?
100%. It was really, it was just completely addictive. And also, then my friends were like, oh, Lily can earn a £5 in an hour. Come on, Lily. get down there. So then they'd come and sit with me, which meant I didn't actually earn any money because they'd just be buying crap.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It'd be like, we've got £2. Oh, Lara's gone to KFC. That's great.
When was the bit when you started writing then?
I think probably around a similar time. I got a job after I had busking gate, and then I got a job in a pub, which I shouldn't have had because I was 15, but
Different times.
and I weirdly looked older than I do now. I don't know how, but I was weathered. So for all the busking, so I got this job in a pub they were doing like Sunday roasts, and I would just sort of help out, chop veg, behind the scenes stuff. And the chef had the best music taste ever. Like he really, really did. So whilst I had loads of amazing music around me growing up, really that was when I kind of sunk my teeth into Neil Young and Aretha Franklin. He'd be playing that with a clear, and I just thought, oh, this is amazing. So it's kind of all at the same time. And then there was a guy called Mike, who everyone calls Open Mike because he runs the open mic.
That's cool.
So Open Mike was friends with the chef, and he was like, oh, you're a singer. Why don't you come do one of my gigs on a Sunday? And I was sort of like, oh, shit.
Yeah, like, now I need to...
oh, God. But I only know 2 songs on guitar. I genuinely think it was like Wonderwall, and then I had a version of Video Games by Lana Del Rey, but I just basically did the chords of Wonderwall underneath. I was like, you'll get what you're given.
It ain't broke.
I did No Diggity and Latch.
So I just thought, oh God, I need to have some songs. So I genuinely, I'm still so last minute to this day of everything in my life, and it's kind of started then. It was like, got a gig on Sunday, must go home and write a song. I need a song. And that was kind of like how it started, I think.
Okay. So you started like live, and then you transitioned into, do you, because I guess I'm asking questions based on the same experience they're going through you, because I went through exactly the same thing. And then I started writing, but then it was still like the live music in me. Like I loved writing a song, and it wasn't really about recording it. It was about going out and playing it rather than like the recording bit. And then when I started recording, that was the bit that kind of like, not flipped it, but it kind of changed it in my head to, it's a little bit more constructed now and less of like a live feeling. Is that the same with you, or?
100%, because you could be so loosey-goosey before. Why did I say loosey-goosey?
No,
we'll
I'm
never know.
Goosey-loosey.
Goosey-loosey. And then I got a guitar teacher as well when I was about 15, 16, because my mum was sort of like, this girl needs to stop playing Wonderwall. It's getting weird.
So there's so many melodies to work over.
Really?
My dad did the same.
Stop. So she sent me, and the way she talks about it is like it was an intervention. Like I was going to rehab. She's like,
saved your life.
No, honestly, she's like, thank God we found Gordon when we did. You really were busking a lot, darling. And I'm like, okay, well, it's not that bad. Like there's so many worse things you could do. Honest to God. And so then he taught me some songs as well. But I remember he was recording some of my songs that I'd written as well on a little, I don't even know what it was.
Oh, like a little cassette. Like one mic going straight into a little cassette recorder thing.
And that was weird, because then I remember having to discover that I have decision paralysis and I hate finishing things because I suddenly realised, I can't change this every time because he wants to record it. And that's weird.
Yeah. You can now though. But do you find that harder now that you can change things all the time? Do you know what I mean?
True.
Yeah.
I still find it, I just don't have any decision-making, like, finality. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be doing a gig and then I'll go, oh, this song needs a mid-late, so I'll leave rehearsal and I'll stay up till midnight writing it. Right, and then the way I'll literally come into rehearsal and I'll say to my band, like, we had a rehearsal at Premises and I was playing it to my drummer and my guitarist and just trying to blag it so hard, like, and if you had to choose between any of those, what would you choose out of interest? And they're like, we're literally doing it at The Great Escape in 2 days. And I'm like, but if you did have to choose, what would you think? And it's like, I just don't know. But that's the thing I think with when you write with other people all the time now, because I didn't do when I was 15.
Yes.
It is hard, isn't it, to like really back yourself and go, this is right.
It's difficult.
For sure.
And the creative process, because me and you have written together a couple of times as well.
Yeah.
And it's hard to go through the back and forth and especially the weirdest thing is meeting someone for the first time and then writing like everything about yourself, or like some deep music that you want to talk about. And when did it start when you went into those kind of sessions, when you were like, okay, cool, so you started with the outside playing, like busking, and then pub gigs, writing for yourself in the room, guitar teacher,
mic
them up, and then was it like a label first, or was it like a manager? Did you go down like that route to get into writing sessions? Or
it was, I had a really good friend at the time, still good friend who I wish I could see more, because she's down in Brighton, and she set me up a Facebook page when I was doing all my pub gigs. And I am still technologically a nan. Like, the way I don't know what I'm doing ever.
Yeah.
I went to send something to my drummer yesterday, and I accidentally just sent him 11 photos. He was like, "You've just sent me 11 photos."
Yeah. What you're after, no?
And I was like, so happy that's not like a medical photo of like a mole or something. Like, it could have literally been anything. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I don't know what you've got, but enjoy. So I really am quite bad with stuff like that. And so my friend, who's very savvy with that, she made me this Facebook page, and she posted anytime I did a gig, she'd come along. I think everyone loved me playing, because the only way you got paid at these gigs, like Sunday night pubs in Brighton, was a drink, and I can't drink because I'm only 14, 15. So whoever's got me on the bill is like, you can play again, because you're just having a Sprite. But she would film it all very diligently and then upload it, and like gradually it got a bit of traction.
Amazing.
And then I was getting a few messages. Well, me and my best friend were getting a few messages. I had one from someone saying, I had a few from like the X Factor type scouts.
Right,
Yeah.
And then some just plain weird. And then one was from a management team that I actually ended up being with for about 8 years.
Wow.
And then, they led their Facebook message with like, "We work with George Ezra and James Bay, and we love your voice." And obviously my 15-year-old brain just thought, obviously not. Like, you are lying, and you're probably, I'm giving it like, I'm ignoring it. Then they sent again. When they eventually started managing me one day, just as a joke, I just was like looking at the messages. I was like, "Isn't this so funny?" I genuinely thought they were just weirdos.
Yeah, shit, I never thought
just
of that.
black in your head.
Like, because I thought you were going to go, "Oh yeah, well, instantly I'll come with you guys." Yeah, dope, amazing. But yeah, you're right. You would have gone, well,
it's not
I'm
true.
not sure about this.
It was like, what? And then I did agree to meet them, but the way I agreed to meet them, hilarious as well. It was like, because we were having meetings in school quite often about don't meet strangers on the internet, and if you do, choose a shopping centre.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, I'm meeting my managers, but for all I know, they could be really weird.
And we're meeting in a pub.
Literally. So I was like, I said, "I've got a gig this Sunday. You can come, but just be warned, my mum will be there." Like, as if that's going to stop it. Anyway, I'm halfway through my Wonderwall or whatever I was doing. Would have been Wonderwall 6 times. And they walk in and they were real people.
Yeah.
They were real. Who would have
Amazing.
thought it? And then they watched me do my set. And then we went and sat in the garden afterwards. Everyone has a beer. I'm having a Sprite. And then they were like, "We really do work with George Ezra and James Bay, and like we really do want to maybe manage you." And I'm like,
Yeah, how did that feel at 15?
really weird.
Yeah.
But also, I kind of had this weird thing, which I think nowadays the kids would call it manifesting, and I would just call it insomnia and being very imaginative, which is honest from very first time I can remember.
Yeah.
Every night when I was going to sleep, I was thinking, I want to have a full fringe and be a singer and live in London. And it was like almost meditative. And so when it happened, I was like, get the full fringe. No, I was like, I have to. It was weird, but it wasn't in like a hugely confident, I always knew it would happen way. It was like, this was going to happen because I've dreamt about it so deeply for so many years.
It was hard not to believe it.
Yeah. And even at 15, like I think this is why I struggle with the music industry nowadays, is because so much of it is about how loud you can be and how in your face you can be. But obviously most singers and musicians we are intrinsically a bit weird because we were the 14-year-olds that chose not to go to a party and stay at home and learn guitar. Yeah. That's fucking weird. So it was like that sensitivity and that like wanting to do that was always...
And being a little bit of an outcast.
And
doing those things that everyone didn't really expect, or like saying, oh yeah, cool, oh no, I got a gig instead of going to see my friends and playing Wonderwall for the 7th time that week.
Yeah.
But there's this bottom pit inside of you that just doesn't want you to stop doing it.
And you're putting in the work, and even if it's not, like, I think so much of the work even nowadays is not the work people see you doing. It's like the times when you are bored out your mind staring out the car window and you're coming up with all these ideas and like
your feelings.
So I kind of felt like, even though I was 15 and it was really lucky, as far as I was concerned, I'd been putting in the work because I'd done so much writing and dreaming and like planning it in my head that I knew this is exactly what I needed to do. It was weird.
100%.
Really weird.
That's amazing. I think even just knowing what you want to do at that age is so huge, right? Because like, even I always have this conversation, well, less so nowadays, but like for a while with my wife, it's like she's never really had like a set thing that she wanted to do. Like she did something at uni, but it wasn't like a passion. And then she's had like loads of different jobs since. And like, she's really happy now and stuff, but she's just like only sort of recently got to the point where like she's realized actually I'm not like that career driven actually.
Yeah.
And it's just like a job is just a job and that's fine. But I think sometimes like being with people like us when we have always kind of known what we wanted to do and been so like excited by our jobs and work. I think just that in itself is like an amazing thing, you know. Yeah, we are lucky. I've never really, I'm sure no one on this table has thought of like doing anything else, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And it's interesting because you've talked, how did your mom take it? Like when they were like, oh cool, we want to manage you and stuff, because like, it's so lovely the way that you talk about your mum, and it sounds like she's been there like the whole time and been so influential to everything that you do. And how did she kind of take it?
I think she was, again, probably a bit like me, not shocked, because both my brothers played guitar and were always like in bands, and my mum works in and around art and music and stuff like that. So I feel like, cool. As far as she was concerned, she always said like it would have been really rebellious if you were an accountant.
That would have been the rebellion.
Yeah, like that would have been fucking weird.
Your mum sounds like a legend.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If I'd gone to uni, it would have been like, oh, okay, that's quite weird. But do you? And I feel like I could. Like there was always this, because I am very practical and logical. Maybe that's why I struggle so much as a musician, because so much of it is like no routine and you can have a beer at 9 a.m. and no one cares, and I'm sort of like, but I do really like my telly time as well as festivals. I'd love to go to Glastonbury, but can we be home by 8? The iPad's calling. So that's very rock and roll. So I think my mum was genuinely, she wasn't that shocked, but she was definitely head screwed on, which is like a really, I think that's a huge privilege, is that my family made me feel like that was something that was even viable. No one laughed at me when I'm like, I want to be a singer. It wasn't like, well, that's never going to fucking happen. Like, grow up. It was like, okay, well, what are you going to do? It's so weird to be so anal by 16 as well, because I remember saying, if I don't get a record deal by 18, I will just go to uni and do something. Like, I was really fucking harsh on myself.
Practical though, as well, like you say.
And when I met my managers, it was the same thing, because I really loved English and writing and English language, so I was torn. I was like, I'm either going to do an English A-level or I'm going to go to do music production. But I'm only going to do that if I get something in the next couple of years. So even at 15, it was like I was talking to myself like I was 50 and saying like, you've got to get this book written by the end of the year. Like, so that's weird. You made me.
Yeah.
No, it is 100%.
Sounds like you had a mature head on your shoulders.
Yeah. And my mum did also have written in my record deal, I have to finish school.
I was going to ask about that, because obviously you were still in school when these meetings started happening, right?
So the management when you got like a record deal straight from the get-go, or did they manage you for a first couple of years first?
They managed me for probably like a year and a half first. I think I was 16 when we sort of said, we're in, you're going to manage me, sign the deal. But because I was 16, I was kind of only doing like 1 or 2 sessions a week. It was actually a mad situation where I was going to Access to Music, a music college in Brighton that was amazing. It was a bit like BIM, but you could do whatever you wanted, basically.
Yeah.
And I went there and I was doing songwriting and like a music performance course. And the way I would get in so much trouble for missing my songwriting lessons when I've been in the actual studio was hilarious.
Yeah, that's mad.
Do you know what I mean? It was so bizarre. Yeah. And I was sort of really taking it like any 16-year-old would. I was sort of like, sorry, I missed.
Actually got it, yeah.
I was with Egg White yesterday, but like, I know I was meant to be here for my 90s lesson, so I really will make the time up. Yeah. Like, your attendance is so bad, but how was it?
Like, what's it like in person?
Attendance. Honestly, that's what it was. It was so strange, but I was kind of grateful as well because I think, I don't know, you see there was so much in the media at the time as well of people going off the rails who had maybe got into the music industry really, really young. So I was like, actually, this is pretty grand. I get to just stay at school, fuck up, have something to write about.
Yeah. And be grounded, but then still go on this adventure.
Yeah.
And I guess your mom was always your manager then. Like it's always kind of been like I never deep, really. Bro. Yeah, sorry, I never just. Well, I was always been your manager. But I was like, well, yeah, realistically, like my mom was the same. Like was always kind of there to go. Cool. No, actually, this is that right? Oh no, maybe we need to change manager. Is this right? Is this right?
Yeah,
so
soundboard.
Soundboard. So that's awesome that she put you need to finish school first.
Yeah, I love that. When did you guys start? Were you sort of similar age?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, I was in bands in the Northwest, like 15, 16, gigging and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then I was at Teesside University in Middlesbrough, and I was doing the same kind of circuit. So I ran like an open mic and stuff like that. And then I came down to London and started like doing writing sessions once I got a manager. So it was the same kind of journey. But I didn't sign to like a record label and stuff until, so that was like when early 20s and then mid 20s. But like when I was 16, I was still in like a duo called Untold Stories.
It's a new one for the pod.
In our conservatory, like recording a YouTube video.
That's such like a teenage band name, isn't
Untold
it?
Stories.
Untold Stories.
My mate's band was called Unbroken Rhythm.
Yeah, there we go.
So there we go. That.
But because I was just trying to like, when you were telling the story as well, I was just trying to picture myself at that age and going on that same adventure. But because I did it older and I still thought I was like too young and I didn't really know what I was doing. So the fact that you could go through that process but still make it into like where you are now and, you know, still have a head turned on, be grounded and stuff is awesome.
Yeah.
Especially after seeing everything that has happened to like young musicians over the industry and stuff. So yeah, it must have been an awesome adventure. Awesome. So how old are you now? Do you mind me asking?
I am 50. No, I'm
72.
72. I actually forgot then. That's really bad. I'm 27.
Okay, cool.
My
all right, so it's been 10
age
years.
is 12.
It is, so it's been 10 years. Have you done music full time the whole 10 years? Or have you had like little jobs here and there?
Have had little jobs here and there, but also just the weirdest sequential luck anyone could ever fucking ask for.
Yeah, your own luck though. Wow.
So I didn't have to leave home and move to London until because I'm 3rd of September, my birthday. So by the time I actually left school, I was 19. Some people had only just turned 18, but I was like, I'm old. I'm weathered. Do you know what I mean? It was also really weird because the second year of college, some people still couldn't go out, and I was sort of like, I'm exhausted. I've been buying cigarettes for everyone. I bought everyone everything all year round. So I was which meant that I didn't spend any money for years, and I'd signed my deal. I was just living at home with my mum. And then so I moved to London with a really good friend of mine, Grace, who's also a singer. We both moved up together, and then a friend of mine, so exciting, and a friend of mine, Dylan, who was an actor, going to RADA.
Wow.
And they're both doing amazingly. We all moved up together and rented this little 2-bedroom flat in Warwick Avenue, which is so bizarre that we lived there. It was mental, but it was someone's mum's friend. I can't remember how it works. And basically, I lived in the living room, which was also a
right
cheat.
in the corner.
Yeah,
little recording setup, mattress on the wall.
Honestly, and it was now I actually feel like I'd burst a blood vessel in my eye just thinking about the fact that I let everyone would just sort of come in my room and eat their food at the bottom of my bed, and I was just fine. I was like, I love all this.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So if I have like one sip of green tea too much, but at the time I'm 19, just moved to London.
Of course, yeah.
So that was really good, and also it was really fucking cheap then.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
£3.50 for a pint.
Yes.
Yeah.
I paid £6.50 for a bottle of Peroni the other day.
No, it's
That's about
wrong.
right.
Bottle.
That's about right.
That's just
Yeah,
not okay.
it was a lot cheaper back then.
Yeah.
Warwick Avenue's quite like swanky, right?
Oh my God, it was so swank.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Love that for you.
And
Yeah.
it was really swanks. And I can't remember which one. That's terrible. I don't know which one. But one of the Gallaghers lived like a stone's throw away.
Okay.
We were in
That's
this
swanky.
massive block.
Yeah.
It was still beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try and say in the shit part of
Yeah, but it was still beautiful. Yeah,
but it was a strange deal that we managed to make work, and it was fucking fun. It was great,
Sounds
and I
amazing.
think, and then we did that for years, and then me and Dylan went and moved to another flat for a bit, and then lockdown happened.
Oh shit! Yes.
That was a big fucker.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that like that. That was
No,
it's fine.
it is. It was a big fucker for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Good sound, yeah.
So am I right in thinking that you had put out? Was it your first record was 2019, so just before, or was it around when COVID was happening?
Yeah, it was so weird because
That
it
must
was
have been mad. Yeah.
really mad, and it was like the peak of where I got to was I was getting played on Radio 1.
Amazing.
Wow.
Not like playlisted, but I was getting played enough that we used to stop the car so we could listen
Awesome.
and celebrate, and it was happening enough that it was like, let's not stop the car anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was
Yeah.
like, this is big dog
Awesome.
time.
Yeah,
Let's
huge,
go.
man.
Oh, it's on again.
Yeah, not again. Literally, I'll recycle now. I'm exhausted. So it was, and then I went on tour I released this mixtape, which was going well, and I was running these more club nights, which were doing really well, and things were going fucking sick. And I just went on tour with James Arthur. So I was doing arenas, and then I got back and did Sunday brunch again.
Big one.
Coolest day of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Was it?
Yeah.
Is it where you do it? I don't know if it's always been like this, but when I did it playing for someone, you go at like 6:30 in the morning
Yeah.
and do the pre, but then you can go home and watch it. Was that the situation, or?
Oh, we were there early, but might have just
Yeah.
been so I could get my face on.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, they're
fair
like,
enough.
get there
but
at
still,
4.
yeah, huge moment, right?
Huge moment,
Yeah.
but really weird because this was all in March 2020. All of this stuff,
Yeah.
all of the good shit was literally the final 3 weeks before lockdown.
What, the arenas
yeah.
as well?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were playing
Shit.
the O2 when countries had gone into lockdown.
Flip.
And when you're on tour, you don't really
You're in this
know
other
anything.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're in the world, yeah.
The first, and we were genuinely doing arenas. So
Yeah.
I've never seen so many people in my life. My head was going to explode anyway. And then the first time I had an inkling something was weird was we were watching the football in Germany on a day off in Glasgow. This would have been like the 10th of March, 2020. And there was no one in the stands.
Yeah.
And that was genuinely the first time I thought, something's weird.
Something's going on here.
But no idea because
Yeah.
my career was I was just getting there.
Yeah.
And then it was like
Everything cancelled.
Yeah.
gone, everything cancelled. I literally did Sunday brunch, and then 3 days later was the you're not going anywhere thing. And by the time I came out of lockdown, was just about to play like Village Underground. I'd sold it out.
Yeah.
I had to delay it by 2 years in the end because we kept every time we rebooked it, they then would do another
Lockdown.
Yeah.
thing.
Or like
Yeah.
tears or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was weird, which was so disturbing because I finally got to do it, and there was girls in the queue going, I was 16 when I bought my ticket, and now I'm having a glass of wine. I was like, don't tell
I've
me
got
that.
3 kids. That's bucket list venue though,
Literally.
Village Underground. So you ended up doing that in like what, 2021, 22, something?
Yeah.
Sick. And was it amazing?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
That was always a venue I loved. I remember I
Yeah.
saw Rex Orange County play that when I was
Unreal.
just moved to London, like the first week I moved here, and I
Yeah.
had no friends and no clue what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I saw him and I was like, yeah, I want to do this.
Yeah. Class.
So it was weird. And then I think by the time I left lockdown, I was pretty in a different place. I got dropped.
Okay.
Which was lovely to be dropped during probably the most stressful time
Yeah.
in my adult life when you're already shitting yourself for money and
I think a
everything.
lot of artists got dropped though, right?
Yeah.
Because the whole point of being the artist is the momentum and the kind of like keeping it going. And then this is the first time, and then it just blows it all out of proportion. Then we just need to stay home. And you're like, we need to readapt to everything that we've learned as artists, right? To go out there and be with people and push your like music and, get your message out there. And now it's like, cool, I'm going to do Facebook lives or, and it's just difficult. Like it just span it on the head. So when did lockdown finish then? Was it like 2020?
It was around 2 years later, I think. The whole thing took like 2 years, It's mad.
I think there was like 2 Christmases.
Yeah. So around 2020, 21.
And then, so you got dropped from like the label side, and did you have like what's the other side called? I always forget.
Publishing?
Yeah, the publishing side as well.
I did have a publishing deal, which I didn't get dropped from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. They dropped me now, but in a cool way. In a
lockdown way.
Yeah, not in a chic way.
Yeah.
We're done.
Yeah.
Let's go our separate ways.
Yeah.
In like a nice. I'm
Yeah.
going on a gap year.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah.
live with your mum and dad. It's fine. We're all grand.
Yeah.
So that one's fine.
But the dropping of the label, because it's difficult. I got dropped as well, and it's a weird kind of sense of cool. Okay, well, I still believe in what I want to do, and I still want to write it. Like, how was that kind of? Where was the next chapter?
The next chapter took me a while to want to find or read. I think it was very much and I think this is something I'm only just. Well, there's a few things. Sorry, I feel like I'm talking so much.
No,
I know that's
please.
the point.
This is really interesting.
I
Please.
always do that.
Yeah.
That's what I do when I'm at the pub with my friends. I'm like, sorry, I'm talking so much.
Yeah.
So I
No,
realise.
please, honestly, 100%. Carry on, please. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks,
That's what it's
guys.
about.
But I feel like there's definitely a pressure to pick yourself up so quickly in this industry.
Sure.
And there's also a weird thing where once I got dropped, it was only then I realised how many other people were dropped, because I got told in a really weird way down the pub. So I didn't know that basically I was signed to Virgin EMI, but through like a smaller sort of subsidiary label.
Mm-hmm.
And had I known down the pub, the first day the pubs reopened, in my fucking cowboy boots and my eyelashes.
It wasn't the first day the pubs reopened.
It was, and I
that's a sucker
thought,
punch,
Christmas.
man.
It's Christmas, guys.
Yeah.
Don't shoot me down on Christmas, please.
Yeah.
Especially when you've not drank in ages. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad
And
combo.
then you're like, here's a beer. Yeah. And then
Literally.
you're like, just keep, yeah.
You know,
oh,
and they
shit.
said, have you got anything you want to say? I said, do I have to stay for dinner? And they were like, no. And I was like, okay. I was literally like in shock. Oh, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, bygones be bygones, but mental.
No, but still, it hurts though. It
fucking
does.
hurts.
It fucking hurts.
And you have to sort of, and then it's horrible because you've got to immediately pick yourself up, because the next thing you're thinking is, well, I need to get a new deal. So then sometimes even it could literally be 2 hours later, you're having to try and find a silver lining, and sort of when actually inside you are screaming.
Probably want and need a bit of a time to process and stuff,
Yeah.
but feel like you can't have that time. Yeah.
And it's these people that were just like, we believe in you so much,
Yeah.
you know, because they're trying to
give you
get
the
you on,
spiel
and they
and
give
the
you the
money
spiel,
and-
and exactly, and they're like, oh my God, you could be the next. I remember they were like, we can see you being the next Justin Timberlake, and you're like, oh my God, and I was like, really? I was like, I'm pretty sure, like, hello, I'm from Shrewsbury, it's Song of myself. Like, I'm definitely not bringing sexy back. But yeah, for them to do all that, and then it just fucking hurts and it sucks. And I think that's one of the reasons why we wanted to have these open conversations, like with ourselves, but also like-minded individuals, so we can say it fucking sucks and it hurts.
Yeah. And it happens to literally nearly anyone.
Yeah,
Because
it
then
does.
I was walking in, what's that park everyone goes to? Doesn't matter. Big park. Hampstead Heath.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful place. And I was
Yeah.
walking there, keeping my distance, 2 meters, 10 meters, whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it was.
of course.
Do you know what I mean? And then I see another
Getting your daily
artist.
exercise.
Exactly. And I said, oh, oh, they were like, how are you? I'm like, oh yeah, been better.
Yeah.
Drop gate. Ooh. And they were like, oh, me too. And I was like, fucking hell. So then and then that was my first realization of this happens to so many people.
Yeah.
And actually, I think, I don't know.
No one puts it on social media.
No one talks about it.
No, not at all.
And they should.
Yeah.
That's why I'm airing out all my dirty laundry today, because fuck it.
No, good. Thank you for being so honest.
Yeah, thank you.
And then, so what does the other side of that look like once you eventually kind of processed it and were like, okay, and then you got to a place where you're like, you know what, I've got maybe, I don't know, did you make some music and think, I want to put this out independently, or what was the kind of next steps for you?
The next steps were, I did some Zoom sessions, which is weird.
Yeah. I've done a couple of them.
So weird.
Oh, writing
Really
Zoom
a vibe.
sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit weird.
Yeah, you're trying to sing over while they're doing chords, and then there's a little
Wi-Fi's
bit.
lagging.
Yeah, slightly delayed. And
What did you say? What? No, you go.
it's like slightly better than not doing it at all, but only just, I think.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I think it worked. Oh, sorry. I don't know if you think this, but if you've met the people before,
Yeah. That's all right.
It's easier.
it's okay. Like, there's a few Swedish writers who I love working with.
Wicked.
And if we just got finished something, we'll do a Zoom. But
Makes sense,
very
yeah.
much with the intention of, if we can't do anything today and we're bored by 4, we're just gonna, we don't have to go home. We'll just slam the laptop on each other.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the Zoom sessions in lockdown were a weird energy, because you sort of had to
Meet someone.
Yeah, and like, I'd sort of, I remember I did one where I really wasn't enjoying it. I don't smoke loads, but I like a little ciggy every now and then. Kill me.
Yeah.
And I just was behind, my laptop's open like that. So I'm this way, sat just behind the screen out the window, like, I can't believe this is my life. And I'm
like, what about this
scared.
beat? And you're like, yeah, maybe a little bit faster.
And then I
Sounds great. That's okay.
literally, and they go, where's she going? And I needed to get a drink, and I crawling on the floor, thinking, what is going on with my life?
Yeah.
I hate this.
That's
But
funny.
I did write a few good songs. So
Yeah,
I
there you go.
gathered myself up, and I think I did almost, it's like, I guess, the musical equivalent of like when you've had a breakup and you think, well, I'm going to dye my hair red and cut it all off. I was like, well, they didn't like me when I was being myself, so now I'm going to be really pop, and they're going to be so upset they dropped me. So I wrote this like super pop EP, which I love. I love the songs. I had fun doing it. The people I wrote the EP with are still some of my best mates, and they're amazing writers. And seeing them as well, like, they've really come up in the last few years.
Wicked.
And so I don't regret it at all that I did that EP, because I never would have met them. And, you know.
It's all part of the journey and all that.
Exactly.
Exactly. Learn stuff and
But it was definitely, it was all kind of with the intention of, I need to get signed, and I need my Rolling in the Deep. Yeah, it's like desperation, I think, made me make that EP as quick as I physically could.
But it made you do it though as well.
Did.
Like, it kind of, sometimes you need that kind of like, right, I need to
pick
do
up
it.
the butt.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of the same. You were talking about it earlier when you're like, I take a gig and then I go, oh shit, I need to learn these songs.
Yeah.
Or else I'll never learn them.
round.
So if I'm like, well, I need to kind of get a deal or do this thing, then I'm like, right, I've got no choice. I need to do it. I need to stay out till midnight and kind of like finish this track. And it doesn't matter if it's the best track in the world. I just need to get something out. Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's kind of useful.
I think so. I can't imagine doing something with enough time to spare. It'd be fucking weird.
It never happens. I try sometimes, even with this album I'm working on at the moment, I've tried to give myself so much time, but it's due in like 2 weeks. I've just sent it to mastering.
You're very good with it though.
I think organisation stuff comes more naturally to me, which is helpful, but it always just ends up being lastminute.com.
Yeah.
I think with anything in life, to be fair.
Yeah.
EP got released.
Yeah. Pop EP.
Pop EP.
Then that went good. Who did you put that out through?
Believe.
Oh yeah.
Believe.
Nice.
Okay, yeah.
So that was quite cool, going from like big major pants to indie, but still quite like poppy.
Yeah.
They were cool, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have any qualms.
Yeah, of
I think that's
course.
the word. Like, it was cool.
I believe distributor.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So
Like,
yeah.
absolute same time.
Oh, okay, all right, nice. Yeah, cool.
And they're in similar locations, which was really a mindfuck for me because I'd like get off the train and I sort of see Universal sort of looms over you a little bit, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? Literally in lockdown, like,
Yeah.
Well, where was it? In King's Cross? Is that where
yeah.
Universal
And
is?
then
Yeah.
Believe is like tile yards. You keep
Right.
walking and
Yeah.
you're like, oh, keep walking. And it's just, it
Past
was
the majors. Goodbye.
it's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Are you still with them now, like for distribution, or no?
No.
You do
No,
it solo
no.
now.
The last project I put out was through a little subsidiary through BMG.
Nice.
So I've been
I was
all
with
over
BMG.
the shop.
Yeah.
I've been everywhere.
But that's good though. Did you
I
ever
thought we were going
sign
to go
like,
into a song then. I've been everywhere around.
but you didn't have like exclusivity, like, oh yeah, write 3 albums and then you get, it was kind of like, cool,
that's a good question.
I'm doing like a contract for, well, not a contract, but I've got an EP project, I'm going to release it for you guys, this is the EP that I'm doing,
Yeah.
and then
Bits and
you get the
pieces,
money
yeah.
for that one and then I'll move on to the next one if needs be.
Yeah.
Kind of, okay, all right, cool. Are you working on another project now?
I am, but it's very much being led by it sounds bonkers, doesn't it? But I don't know what to do next because the project I just put out is probably the project that I loved the most out of anything I've ever done. And I
that's
think
awesome.
the songs felt so me,
Yeah.
and it was a tasteful project, and it was me. And
Yeah.
there's not even one lyric in it that I'm like wince when I hear.
Right.
Whereas when I was 18, 19, you know, I'd be in the room with 3 people who's put out loads of #1 records, and they're
Right.
like, just say Nikes, and I'm like, I don't
Yeah,
really
yeah,
want to, but okay.
Yeah.
Like,
So many times that
do
the
you know what I
manager's
mean?
like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You're like,
I
oh
love
my
that Nike line, especially.
Yeah,
actually.
God.
that Nike's
Yeah.
line is oh, that's
Yeah.
going to be a hit. And you're like, oh my
Literally.
God. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, by the way, you're dropped. And it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
fucking hell.
I still just sing it forever. Like,
You told me that video would look great. I was following you guys.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a few of those moments in my past.
So
few,
true,
so
man.
many. I'm like, why did I
So
say
true.
the sky was blue? That's really clever, Lily. Well done. Like, fucking hell.
But not on this
Yeah.
new one.
Not on this new one. This new one
amazing.
was just me. Well, I was very, 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 very close, like a grain of rice away from throwing the towel in about 2 years ago. And because I'd just left my managers for 8 years,
Yeah.
and I wasn't with Believe anymore. And I took a little bit of time. I had a little bit of money left over from the deal. So I just thought, okay, I'm going to have I never had a gap year. I'm going to have my gap year,
Yeah.
but in Bounce Green.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm just going to sit. It was my WAG months, I called it.
Yeah.
I just like literally woke up, journaled, did some exercise, played guitar, wrote for hours.
Sounds great.
Then by the evening, I'd be like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
I need to get a manager or some fuck it, you know. And I was like, I need to get a part-time job at some point. But for this bit, I'm just going to give it my all and just, and I did therapy, and it was my WAG era.
Yeah.
It really was so weird.
Sounds
though.
like it worked then.
Yeah.
It did work because by the end of it, and also I was meeting managers loads in that time, but I thought I've never stopped. I'd
Right.
literally never stopped because
I was going to say, you haven't stopped since
Yeah.
you're 16, like
No.
15 even.
Yeah.
It's been constant.
And I thought I need to know what I want. In the
Yeah.
same way when my friends are having a breakup, I would be like, you're mental if you're going to go on a first date the next day.
Yeah.
'Cause I was like,
Yeah, yeah.
just chill, Lil.
some time,
Fucking chill out. And I did, I did try. I met so many people. I met like 12 managers. Wow. There was a weird thing where I probably messaged about 50, and out of that, a third just aired it.
Mm-hmm.
A third said, sorry, we can't help you, but such a fan and like would love to help you anyway, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And then some I met, but it was really hard because I felt like I'm trying. I'm
Yeah.
really trying.
Yeah. You're trying to get yourself out there and just like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm putting
Yeah.
everything I can into it.
And there was no one was opening any door,
No
and I
bite.
just thought. And I think as well, if you've had lots of hard, I don't know if it's a grief thing or if it's just like a life's too short thing, but I've always felt like if something doesn't make you happy from a really early age, don't fucking do it. And I was faced with that. It was getting to like Christmas time.
Yeah.
and everyone was getting really jolly, and I was thinking January's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to get to January and I'm not going to have a session and I'm not going to have a manager, and this isn't going to be good.
Yeah. And then?
I decided to go to Sweden with the last little bit of money I had left. I realised that I could get a really nice Airbnb in like the coolest part of Sweden.
Wicked.
For the same amount of money I could for some pigeons and mold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In London. And I was like, I'm going to go to Sweden.
Yeah.
And I'd worked with loads of Swedish writers before, and I'd always absolutely loved them.
Yeah.
And everyone was just constantly saying how amazing it was. And
you just moved by yourself?
For a month.
Sick.
To Sweden. It was really quite bold, and I found it in equal measures amazing and so depressing because it gets dark at 2:30. And I was also there on the internet looking at like part-time jobs for when I get back, and I'm going, I don't have anything to show for myself other than an EP.
But you were still writing. You were still going, I'm not sure what's going to happen at the end of this month. But you still picked up the guitar every single time and was like, no, I'm going to message someone else. I'm going to, that is...
Yeah.
I did the weirdest thing anyone's ever done, which is someone on Instagram, they're like a dance person out in Sweden. They've got good streams. And they'd messaged me years ago saying like they like my voice. And so I replied to them, this is like just before Christmas, and I lied and said I was already in Stockholm.
Oh, really?
And I wasn't. I was on my sofa, depressed.
Sometimes, yes.
But I was like, I'm going to be in Stockholm this week. Any chance you're around and you want to write? And they were like, yeah, we are around. So then I had one in. So I was like, well, I have to book it now. Oops, got to do it.
There you go. But yeah, you force yourself into that position.
Yeah.
And it's history, I guess.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
Mate, fucking fair
Did you do that song? Did that sort of go out and stuff?
It didn't go out, but it got me
you there
on the fly.
Yeah.
Because I think without that, I wouldn't have done it. The hardest bit was sitting on the runway, because you could still go home. Do you know what I mean? I'm in Gatwick. And I'm like, I'm equal distance from my mum in Brighton and my house in London. I could just turn round.
I'm going to a cold, dark country.
But you didn't.
And I got on the plane and I did just before I went, I'd met one of my managers for a while, and she'd met me for just a coffee just to see, and I was kind of meeting her to say like, I'm going to go to Sweden and then I'm probably going to give up, but I want to give it one last shot. I want to go and write as much as I can whilst I can before I'm too bitter and miserable. So I'm just going to, and I literally just met her as like a friend, because everyone had always said you'd get on. And she was like, I really want to help, I guess, is what she thought. And then without realizing, she sort of subtly started managing me whilst I was away. So she was putting me in some rooms, I was putting myself in like 2 rooms a day. And so by the time I got back from this trip, I had an EP written, which then she got me signed to BMG within like the space of a couple months. And suddenly I was cancelling doing a course in anxiety therapy, and I was back in, and
She's
it was
back.
I was like, I'm back.
Woo! You fucking legend.
So it's
sick, man. Yeah.
like, that's really inspiring. You've inspired me now. I'm going to quit my job. And I'm literally like, what am I doing? Selling my time. I was like, this is stupid. I want to do music. That is a phenomenal story. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was so sick.
So you should be really proud, because that's really, really cool. And like, just to pick yourself up and just to carry on going. So yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
I think with the manager thing as well, it's like, I really love that story, and I feel like the artist manager thing is such a hard balance to get right. And I think the hardest part where I really rate it is that and I always say this, like, you want the manager to come to you, which is really like, so you start off on the right foot, but that's so hard when all you want is a manager, right? But I imagine like when you met this person, it shouldn't be 100% manager, it needs to be a balance in terms of who's doing what. And they probably saw that you were like, oh damn, like you've actually like booked yourself this trip to thing, and you're going to write, and you've done all that yourself. So then obviously this manager then booked in some other stuff. And it sounds like it was just like a real like collaborative team effort. And just big up to you, man. That was sick story. Yeah.
What's on the horizon then? So you're not sure of the next project because you loved the most recent one.
I loved it.
Are you touring it? Have you got gigs to plug? What have you got for the listeners?
I will be going on tour. at some point, but I'm not sure when. But it will happen. It's just a fucking nightmare to tour. That is the truth. Seeing as I'm just airing it all out. It's so hard. It's
you just
mental.
mean
Financially, or
all of it, like booking in the musicians and then making sure that you sell enough tickets to not have to pay for the venue, and then to fill it out enough, but then not get the bigger venues. To sell out the smaller venues so it looks like, and then you can put sold out on the posters.
Then you
it's
can
a
afford
whole
the band,
thing.
and then
it's a whole thing. But you did it all by by yourself recently without like an agent and stuff, which is amazing.
In October, it was a lot of work though. Really fun. Like I love gigging so much, and performing was like kind of what made me want to do music and stuff. And so I'm really glad that I did it. But I think I said on another episode that I probably wouldn't do it again if I could help it. Just because, it's just so like I didn't have a promoter, an agent, any of this stuff. So I was really kind of
the support
raw dogging it.
slots. The support slots are the ones that I like the most.
I'm
just because they're like, you got to support, and you're like, wicked.
Just rock up as an audience there.
But
100%.
they're really hard as well, because you've got an audience there and they're like, we want to see who we've paid to see. Who are you? And you're like, hello. And they're like, and it's all the people that have like waited there early to get to the front, right? Like that's who you're playing to. So the proper big fans of the actual artist, and they're there after. And then you open your eyes again. You're like, okay, no, I'll play another one. I'll play another one.
No,
sometimes, but sometimes it's
100%.
awesome as well.
It's weird. I mean, it used to be. I think saying that used to be like, it makes me sound like I've been in this since the 70s. But I would say the change in music industry from 2017 to now, it's not dissimilar to fucking 10 years. Like it's huge.
It is. It's before lockdown and after. That's and especially with live music as well. That's the vibe, the difference in vibe that I felt.
It's weird, but it definitely used to be, support slot. Tasty, you'd be on at 7. I'd be thinking by 8 I'll have a beer in my hand. I'll be watching. No one really needed you to do anything because you just had Instagram. Like the way my managers, when I was like 19, would be like, "Can we take one photo and post it on Instagram?" I'd be like, if you must. And now it's fucking insane.
The day.
Post like a carousel every day.
Now I'm literally like, well, I have to be up at 8 because I need to make sure I film my content before I leave, and then I'll do what I do in the day, and then as soon as I finish, I need to go to the merch stand and sell my merch, and then when I'm doing my merch, I need to hug everyone and make things and do this, and then afterwards I need to take more photos. And then get the post up, and then reshare everything.
I
don't have time for a pint. I don't.
So long. It's so long.
It's a lot.
And then you need to take over like the presenters like Instagram as well and do, this is a day in life of me coming to the show kind of thing. You're like, oh my God. And it used to just be a picture. It didn't even used to be like, it used to be the owner of the bar that took a picture of me in the background and I'll just share that. And everyone will be like, woohoo, he's played a gig.
That was your content rollout.
Done. That was me for a month.
But
now it's, I find social media aspects really, really hard. But I feel like it is maybe turning. I feel like people don't want so much content anymore and kind of just want the things that mean something. Fingers crossed. I keep saying that on every single episode, so hopefully I'm manifesting it. Should we do the question?
Yeah. Do you want?
No, you're better at it than me.
Oh. Thank you, sir. It's not that exciting, but obviously because it's actually kind of a grim question because it puts people in a weird position. But I'm going to do it anyway.
We do it every single. We've done it every single episode, and now we've just kind of kept it the film. But it is the more I ask it, and the more we kind of go through it, the more I'm like, this is kind of a weird question because who cares?
Okay.
Yeah.
But would you say you're famous yet?
No.
Fair enough.
What does fame mean to you? Is the more interesting question. What does fame mean to you? Is it success? Is it kind of like that awesome feeling that you get on stage? Is it something else? Is it something that you're chasing?
Now maybe I'm going back on my answer. Maybe
that's okay.
Maybe I am in some respects because
there you go.
I definitely am where I live. Like I walk up the road and I wave at the butcher and then I wave at the coffee guy and then I wave at this lady that has this amazing vintage shop, and then I see the head, and it's like I feel like I'm in fucking Balamory, but it's like, and I'm like, This
Yeah.
is nice.
Yeah.
I feel kind of like
Yeah.
that's what Dua Lipa must feel like
Yeah.
all the time. It's
Yeah.
grand. But
With gherkins and Pepsi or whatever she had.
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? And
But it is an interesting question, and it's kind of like I think that's one of the
It
reasons
is.
why we said, am I famous yet? Because I was like, I want to get to the point of like success of like whatever that means. I want to be famous is what I used to always say. Is like,
Yeah.
I want to be famous. I'll
Yeah.
meet a record label and I'm like, I want to be famous. I want to be the new JT kind of thing. But
Yeah.
as I get older, the more I'm like, well, what does fame actually mean?
Yeah.
And
do I want that?
Do I want that?
Yeah.
What is fame? Is it success? Is it something else? Is it social media? The more likes you get on there, is it just connecting to one person from the other side of the world from a song that you wrote in your bedroom?
Yeah.
Is that fame? So it is an interesting
So
question.
true.
Yeah.
But it sounds like from what you said, fame is like community as well, of like walking down the road. And seeing
yeah, I think it's probably as well, like you're saying, it's changing so much because I don't even think anyone knows anymore how to correlate it because you know how because of streaming as well.
Yeah.
Like if you got a gold disc now, that's not really done on sales, that's done on a certain amount of streams. But then if you're really nerdy, you'd be like, well, you know, if you skip the song 3 seconds in, that's only half a stream. So really it's all these things that make me like, how do we know? And then there's also people on TikTok
Yeah.
who have got
They're
what
more
I've
famous.
wanted forever.
Yeah.
Millions and millions of followers.
Yeah.
But they can't sell out the waiting room for love nor money.
No.
So
That's it.
what is it anymore?
Yeah.
And what do they do?
Yeah. What do they do?
What do they
Good
do?
bloody point. So maybe it's changing. I think like you're saying, I actually think nowadays, especially in the climate it is, if you can earn enough money
Yeah.
from doing something you love, that includes doing the odd function or selling a kidney on Facebook or whatever you need to do
Yeah.
to make it work,
Yeah.
and you're happy
Yeah.
and you can buy a round of drinks without flinching too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, true.
I think that's famous. I think that's cool.
Fucking legend.
That's a beautiful note to end on.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Absolute pleasure, Lily.
Thanks
Loved it.
for
I
having
think
me.
that's the most I've laughed during an episode.
Yeah,
so
that was
it's
really
been
cool.
fun.
That was really good.
Guys.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lovely.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure.